talk to people to save my back. It's so annoying. It's lame.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex and I would absolutely love it if you love the content, if you want to support the channel, if you would like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you are new here and you're not sure if this content's going to be your cup of tea, I completely understand, watch the videos, suss out the vibes. I also have over 100 other videos on my page. I've done a bunch of other shows that I've recapped, so you can check that out. I've been recapping this entire season of Big Brother. So yeah, I would love that. We just made 2,000 on the channel and I'm so grateful for you guys. We're already at over 2,100. So you guys are just coming in droves. I love it, love it, love it. So I do want to take a couple of seconds here at the beginning of the video to thank you guys because it does genuinely mean the world to me. Today we're going to get into day 57 of Big Brother, and let me tell you, this was a very Leah-centric day, okay? A lot of people realizing, I'm not really feeling Leah's behavior. I'm not really feeling Leah. Leah realizing that everybody's not really feeling her. It was all very focused on Leah yesterday, and we're gonna dive into it because I sit here wondering why we didn't put Leah up this week rather than Quinn. If y'all really feel this way about Leah, I don't know. Let's get into it. So we start off our date with Chelsea's Cheesemay. Now, Chelsea, once again, is dragging them for how trash they were in Otev. If you don't remember, they finished Otev in one round, supposedly. Everybody got out. Mackenzie smoked them all. It's really sad. And that's going to come on tonight's TV show, so I am quite interested to see how they're going to edit that, because that's crazy. Now, we also find out that the fish are not doing so well. Let's just say the fish are off in themselves, okay? So that's great. I think it's interesting how they have a fish tank in the Big Brother house and they make the house guests feed the fish. And as we know, Tucker was the fish feeder. My whole thing is, why don't they just call one person to the diary room every day and say, hey, can you feed the fish today? Like, I don't understand why the producers don't just organize this so the fish don't keep seeing the pearly gates. It's crazy. She says also Quinn's bit ain't it. Quinn's camera talks ain't it. Chelsea's not feeling Quinn. And lastly, she says it is crazy how some people are acting crazy, doing the most when they're not even on the block this week. And this is obviously meaning Leah. Again, as we see today, people are really starting to realize, what is Leah doing? Why is Leah acting like this? So MJ and Chelsea have what I like to call Bible study and ish talk.
All with Leah. Had Leah not voted Chemo out. Yeah. I think that's the driving factor, was the vote.
Okay, they got them Bibles open on the bed, but they are talking strategy and talking about people. So MJ is telling Chelsea everything Leah said in the chat they had previously. I recapped that chat in my last video, so you can check it out if you want. Now, Chelsea lets MJ know that Leah will never have her back the way that she and Cam does. MJ does claim that she knows this, but again, I think MJ and Leah, they have this very weird, frenemy thing where, they don't really work together. They both talk horribly about each other, but then they kind of expect the other to have each other's back. It is a bizarre relationship. Now, MJ fills her in and says Leah and Angela at this point are water under the bridge. They do get along again. And she says Leah is down, or she said Leah told her that Angela is down to keep Quinn this week.
I right now don't know where the fuck you're at, man. I'm I trust Chelsea more than you in this game right now. I'm not gonna do this. But she says
Now, she said that also Leah, once again, wants to start something between Quinn, Angela, Leah, and her, because Leah is still under the impression that she and MJ are at the bottom of the totem pole in the house. And again, Leah has no clue just how closely Mackenzie and Chelsea are working. So MJ is under the impression that Leah's gonna kind of join their trio, gravitate towards them. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not so sure about that. I feel like Mackenzie is very, very sure that once Quinn leaves, Leah's gonna be a free agent and wanna be with them. But at the same time, they have to keep in mind that Leah has been noticing and has been recognizing that they are getting out all of her allies. Joseph last week, this week Quinn. So I just wouldn't be so sure that Leah is 100% going to work with them. Also, they are not aware how much that Leah has been talking with Angela about getting out Chelsea and targeting Chelsea. So I don't know, but I think that MJ needs to be a little bit weary of that. Now, Chelsea says after this week, Angela wants to work with her. Again, not sure where this information is coming from when Angela and Leah have been the two big bad wolves talking in the petal room about how they need to target Chelsea by putting her up against T-Core. That was a big part of their conversation 2 nights ago. So again, not sure. I think the read is a little off, but okay. Now, MJ is also talking about how Leah talks to Quinn more personally than her. And Chelsea says, look, Leah has been playing Quinn from the beginning. You know, she said, you know, she was the one that was coming up to her saying, don't trust those guys, don't trust those guys. But then, you know, like when it benefits her game or when she knows she's in danger, all of a sudden she likes Quinn. And that is true. We need to remember, Leah had the ick for Quinn. She did not like Quinn at all up until like last week or this week, you know, when she realized that she needs Quinn as a number. That's why this whole Leah's got a crush on Quinn, it's a secret thing. It's like, no, Leah realizes she's in danger. And even down to this week, Leah was willing to throw Quinn under the bus. So they are starting to, again, pick up on this fact that Leah uses people. She's definitely using the guys that she's close to. So Cam joins the conversation and Chelsea is talking about how, you know, once again, Leah would always say, like, you need to watch out for Quinn. You need to watch out for Joseph. You know, these people that are supposedly her allies. And Chelsea warns her and says, look, if Leah thinks that, let me say that again. Chelsea warns Mackenzie by saying, look, I know Leah claims that she only trusts you and Quinn, but in reality, you should probably be wary of that because she obviously backstabs everybody that she says she trusts.
And then if one of them's up and one of us wins, at least we have, or like if one of them somehow wins, I believe we'll have the votes to stay.
Yeah, I agree.
Over the other.
Yep.
So they do mention trying to tell Quinn multiple times that Leah wasn't fully rocking with him. MJ says there was a point where Leah was fed up with protecting Quinn. However, she's kind of changed her tune now because she realized it benefits her game. But overall, they do all realize that Leah is using Quinn, and we know this. So Chelsea talks about how Leah said she wants to be in Final 2 together, and she says to MJ, I'm sure she told you that too, though. Like, I'm sure you guys had that. And Mackenzie's like, no. Honestly, up until this week, Leah never told me anything. Now, all of a sudden, she's saying that it's the two of us to the end, because she realizes, again, she's probably going to lose her biggest ally, but never before that. But she does say all of a sudden, Chelsea says all of a sudden, you know, Leah wants to act like me and Cam are trying to steal you from her. So again, be aware of that. See this, see that. Now, Mackenzie claims it will take one conversation to get Angela to vote their way. They kind of shift to like, how are we going to get Angela to vote the direction we want her to vote? Mackenzie says, look, I will basically threaten her and say, look, I used the veto on you and you should know, like, you were going to leave. So, you know, do us a solid here because I was going to use that veto. I used that veto on you. And if I didn't use the veto on you, you would have been out the door. Chelsea does tell Mackenzie, though, that basically she is next, like she is her priority after over the trio and over Leah and Angela. So again, Chelsea is really trying to get Mackenzie to know, we really care about you, me and Cam, you are our priority over the rest of them. Chelsea does say if she is the tiebreaker, she is voting out Quinn. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm still not 100% sure about this. And this is the problem with Chelsea, that I feel like Chelsea tells one person one thing, another person another thing, one thing to the camera. And it's like, we really don't know, I feel like, where Chelsea's head is at. I think Chelsea does a good job at keeping her cards close to her chest, even to the camera. So it's pretty funny. Now, MJ says there is no way that she is trusting Quinn, and there's no way that she believes that Quinn wouldn't F them over. So Quinn and Leah, meanwhile, again, are hanging out in the petal room, as they always do.
The black sheep to buy herself a week. And I won't do it. And trust me, when I'm in power,
Quinn comes up and he's like, hey, look, trying to be good with Chelsea may buy you a week of safety, because this all started because Quinn goes into the petal room and he's like, hey, can you like be social with people? Like,
Tucker was, he would have told her, especially at that point.
But he told Joseph, like, the reason why he didn't fill him in on...
to have the reaction be genuine.
He wanted his reaction to be real.
Yep.
And then I could see him feeling bad.
people are starting to realize that you're just sitting here by yourself. And yes, this is mentioned multiple times, that she just kind of sits there by herself. She's not really talking with anybody. And it is starting to throw people off. Leah says, I'm not gonna do that. Like, what am I supposed to do? Sit there and be like a show pony? Like, obviously that's not who I am. And Quinn's like, yeah, I get that and all, but like, this is Big Brother and you kind of need to like, you know, fake it till you make it. Like, you can't just sit in a room and coop yourself up and expect that it's gonna work out. Now, Leah says when she's in power, things will change. Obviously, this is talking about, you know, well, it's implying anyways that she is going to go for the trio. At the minimal least, she's going to go for Chelsea. Because remember, her and Angela have talked about how much they need to target Chelsea. Now, she says that Chelsea is a hypocrite playing a dirty game. And Quinn, once again, is like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I get that, but like, that's Big Brother. Everybody's doing that. Quinn is like not really having it with Leah's complaining, and Leah's like, and it makes sense because I do feel like the way Leah's acting is rubbing off on the way that people are looking at Quinn, especially because Quinn is just sitting in the petal room or sitting in whatever room and just sitting with her all day chatting rather than like trying to like, you know, be out there and talk with people that he needs to talk with. So, Leah says, look, I forgave her for a lot of ish because I thought it was Tucker, but now I'm starting to realize she had a bigger hand in things than I thought. She says she won't even look at me or talk with me at this point. So what am I supposed to do? Be an effing show pony and pretend I give an F? Now she is like, look, if you stay this week, at least we have MJ, at least we have Angela. And again, keep this in mind that she keeps saying, we have Mackenzie, we have Mackenzie, we have Mackenzie. Leah is under the impression that she has Mackenzie, even though we know that's not necessarily the case. So MJ, Rubina, T-Quart, Cam, Chemo, and Chelsea, they're all in the HOH room, and they're having a Leah-ish talk fest. They're all, again, getting into Leah, how she's been acting. Rubina says it's crazy that Leah basically, like, took a day off and then came back, decided she was gonna come back and just join everyone like nothing ever happened. And we saw that because T-Quart was taking out her braids, Leah came over and just, like, sat with the group, and it was definitely just very weird to a lot of people. T-Quart starts talking, and she decides to casually remind them that she's never been on the block. And I'm like, girl, what are we doing? Why are we telling a whole group of 6 people that you've never been on the block? I mean, they obviously know, but you don't need to remind them. What are we doing, girl? Let's not get too comfortable now. But after that conversation, T-Quart and Rubina, they check in, and Rubina talks about how excited she is for the possibility of it being the 6 of them that were in the HOH room, being all in the game together. You know, it's funny that she says this because she doesn't realize that Chelsea has been gunning for the trio every single week, throwing out T-Quart. You know, Mackenzie has been throwing out T-Quart's name as a possibility every single week. You know, I just think it's funny that they don't realize that half the people in that group have actively been saying that they want them out. But sure. Chemo does join the conversation, and Chemo expresses that his worry is that Cam, Chelsea, and Mackenzie would target him first because he's been on the block already and it's the easiest to get him out. He also says, like, Chelsea hides what she says, like, to us from Mackenzie. Like, have you guys noticed that? She doesn't really, like, tell everything to Mackenzie. And T-Quart says, well, yeah, that's because, you know, we're her priority, so she says, and so they believe that. And again, I just think it's funny how they don't realize that Chelsea, of everyone, is the main one gunning for their trio and constantly saying, we need to break the trio up, we need to break the trio up. So that is kind of the big stuff that happened yesterday. There was just a lot of talk and a lot of progress in terms of Leah is not someone we want around. You know, Leah is not someone we want around. You know, they do still talk about how they want Quinn out. You know, Quinn's a strong competitor. They can't leave him here in a double. They can't have Quinn be in the house. But there is definitely growing talk about Leah, about Angela, about the two of them, kind of when to target them. And yeah, a lot of people just had a sour taste in their mouth about the way that Leah was acting. So some things of note. Everyone helped T-Core take her braids out last night, and she told the story of her mom's proposals, and it was very cute. It was nice to see T-Core make up. I just thought this was a cute little scene.
At my job, because you know, that work study life. And I get a text message in the group chat with me, my sisters, and my mama Kay. And guess what the text message says?
What does it say?
It's a picture of a ring, and it says, y'all think your mama will like this?
So very nice to hear that. It was funny because at the end she was like, we were supposed to be there and take the videos and take the pictures, but they did it without us. So I didn't even get to see her actual reaction, which was very, very funny. Now, T-Core and Rubina discussed solidifying something with Chelsea again. The thing is, they've been talking about this for a very long time and have yet to actively do it. And the reality is it's too late. I feel like it is way too late at this point to try to solidify something with Chelsea. Again, the problem with these two is they talk about it and they talk about it and they talk about it and they talk about it, but they don't ever pull the trigger. Chelsea, again, had a very bad taste in her mouth about Leah the whole day. She mentions it to a variety of people. She mentions it in Chelsea's Chisme. And I just think this is important to note because, again, Chelsea is one of the heads, if you will, of the duos, right? We have T-Core as one head, Chelsea as the other head. And just the fact of the matter that Leah is kind of a neutral floating party. It could be very easy to target Leah next week, which again, it's kind of looking like that would be the way it is, whether it's a double, whether it's just the regular HOH next week. It does look like Leah and Angela are going to be targeted, with the target really being Leah, but we never know. We never know. Now, Chelsea reassures Chemo that Cam won't flip, and if there's a tie, she will break the tie and keep him. But remember, Chelsea told Mackenzie earlier in the day that she was going to 100% vote out Quinn. And this is, again, where I say, where is Chelsea's head really at? We don't know. Chelsea has definitely been playing the middle heavily this week. She's been telling both trios, the MJ Cam trio, she's been saying, you guys are my priority. I will do what you guys want. I'm with you. She's been telling T-Core, Rubina, and Chemo also that they are her priority. She will do what they want. And I'll be honest, I don't fully know exactly where Chelsea's really at. I don't really know what her priority is. Now, Quinn and Leah, they have a variety of talks. Again, they sit in the petal room mostly all day by themselves. But Quinn does talk about how he is going to face an uphill battle, being the neutral target every single week if he does indeed stay. He talks about how the fact that Chelsea put him up shows that Chelsea and MJ and really that whole side, they don't care if he goes home. And he thinks it's crazy that the possibility of a good speech could change the game. And Quinn has had some talk about like his pitch, his speech, things like that. T-Core and Rubina let Chelsea know that Chemo wants to meet up with the four of them. And Chelsea's like, for what? Like, is he paranoid again? Like, what more is there to say? And she does agree to meet up with them tomorrow, which would be today. So we should be seeing that conversation happen sometime soon. But overall, T-Core, Rubina, and Chemo, finally, because they also have a variety of talks. You guys know I don't recant all their talks because they say the same thing. Like, go watch my other videos where I talk about their talks. It's basically the same thing. However, one new development in their chats is that they have finally realized how well insulated Chelsea is. How well insulated that, you know, how she has all of these different people, you know, who want to protect her, who want to save her. They really start to realize that that group is something to look at. Tikor is all like, we can't let Mackenzie and Chelsea get too close. Way too late, girl. Way, way, way too late. And Rubina does realize, like, maybe getting to the finals, you know, the finals with the 6 is not actually gonna work, so it's probably gonna come down to who wins. So again, seeds start to sow in their head. I would be excited, but the problem is this group, they always recognize things and they don't really do anything about it until way too late. So I'm trying to see. You guys realize it, so does that mean you're going to maybe gun for one of them next week? Let's see. And lastly, Mackenzie decides to get a little close to Cam again last night. Give him a little back rub, give him a little massage. And she's talking to Rubina saying, I wonder if this is going to F me over. That's it, y'all. That is where we end. So Quinn does say that he's going to have his one-on-ones today, so we should probably be seeing some of that on the feeds today. But again, it is still pretty much looking like it's going to probably be Quinn leaving, but who knows? Maybe these one-on-ones will shake people. You know, with this house, anything is possible. Anyways, if you made it to this point of the video, that means you liked the video. So I would absolutely love it if you would support the video, support the channel by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing on the videos. Help me to drum up engagement. You know, share the videos with people in your life who like Big Brother, who watch Big Brother, you know. I cannot believe how many of you are here. I can't believe this little community that we've built. You know, where a Big Brother nerd like me can just rant and rant and rant. Y'all actually watch it. So I really appreciate you guys. Please, please, please make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you have the bell button on. And please make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube does unsubscribe people. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will have probably a lot to talk about because this is the day before Nom. So I will talk to you guys in tomorrow's recap. Bye.